When my husband casually said, "My ex is coming to Christmas dinner," I smiled, but inside, I was already planning what he didn't see coming. It was 3 days before Christmas when he said it. Not as a question. Not with hesitation. Just like he was announcing the weather. "My ex, Rachel, doesn't have anyone this year," he said, scrolling on his phone. "So I invited her for Christmas dinner." I froze with a plate in my hands. "Your ex, as in your first wife?" I asked slowly. "Yes," he replied. "It's no big deal. We're adults." Adults. This was the woman who once told me I was a temporary replacement. The woman who still called my husband her family. The woman who never truly left his life. I waited for him to laugh. To say he was joking. He didn't. "She'll be here around 6, he added. "Try to be welcoming." Welcoming. I nodded, calmly placing the plate down. On the outside, I looked composed. On the inside, something shifted. That night, I lay awake listening to him snore, replaying years of quiet disrespect. The late-night texts he claimed were nothing. The way he compared my cooking to hers. The way he always defended her feelings but minimized mine. This wasn't about Christmas dinner. This was about boundaries. And I decided, if Rachel was coming to my table, the truth was coming with her. Christmas Eve arrived with snow and silence. I cooked all day. The house smelled warm and festive: cinnamon, roasted meat, fresh bread. Everything looked perfect. At 6:05, the doorbell rang. Rachel walked in wearing red lipstick and confidence, holding a bottle of wine like she owned the place. "Hi," she said sweetly. "It's so nice of you to host." My husband beamed. Too brightly. Dinner started politely. Small talk. Forced smiles. Clinking glasses. Then the comments began. "Oh, you still use this recipe?" Rachel laughed. "He always preferred mine." "I remember this chair," she said, touching my husband's arm. "You used to sit here every Christmas with me." My husband said nothing. Not one word to stop her. That was when I stood up. "I have something special planned tonight," I said, smiling. "A Christmas tradition of honesty." They both looked confused. I reached into the drawer and pulled out a neatly stacked folder. Inside were printed messages. Emails. Photos. Dates. "Rachel," I said gently, "do you remember texting my husband at 2 a.m. last year saying you missed sleeping next to him?" Her smile vanished. I turned to my husband. "Do you remember telling her you were only staying with me because it was easier?" Silence swallowed the room. The wine glass slipped from Rachel's hand and shattered. I continued calmly, "this dinner deserves the truth." That's when my husband realized Christmas was no longer under his control. Rachel stood up first, furious. "You went through his phone?" I smiled. "No. He left it unlocked." Honesty has a way of revealing itself. My husband tried to speak. "It's not what it looks like." "It's exactly what it looks like," I replied. I reached under the tree and pulled out one final box. "This," I said, handing it to him, "is your Christmas gift." Inside were divorce papers. "I invited Rachel too," I added softly. "Not to compete with her, but to end this triangle for good." Rachel grabbed her coat, humiliated and angry. She left without another word. My husband sat there, pale. "You're overreacting." "No," I said, standing tall. "I'm finally reacting correctly. That Christmas, I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I didn't scream. I chose myself." The next morning, I woke up alone, but peaceful. The house felt lighter. So did my heart. Sometimes the best Christmas gift isn't forgiveness. It's freedom. If this story touched you, like, comment, and share it. Never let anyone disrespect you at your own table, especially in the name of family.